Hey guys, it's me, Nina, and today I have my January wrap-up. So this is the first wrap-up of 2019, and I really wanted to start it off as a good year, as a good reading year, and I've just been... November and December were like the worst reading months ever, and so I don't even think I did wrap-ups for them because I only read like 1 or 2 books. And so I've been really hoping to get back into it. I read more this year, this month, but still not up to par of what I usually read, so we'll see if I can get out of the slump. Okay, anyway, let's get on with the video. One of the books I read was called Beware of the Wild by Natalie C. Parker. This is a series, I suppose. My library only has the first one, so I'm only going to read the first one, and it works as a standalone, in my opinion. Anyway, it was a really weird concept. So, sorry, my dog is playing with my cat, so if you hear a lot of barking in the background, that's why. This deals with a town that has like this dangerous swamp, and so they built this fence around it to keep like this swamp like away from the town. And like there's always like this eerie feeling about the swamp, but no one wants to admit that it's like magical or anything. They're all just like, yeah, it's a swamp, like it's dangerous, there's like alligators and stuff, but like there's more to it than that. And so her brother, the main character's brother, goes missing because he went into the swamp, and she believes the swamp has taken him and replaced him with this girl who is supposedly now her sister. And so everybody in town totally forgets, has their memory like wiped, that this dude even existed, and they all think she's kind of crazy because she's like, hey, the swamp took my brother, like he replaced her with this girl, like this isn't really my sister. And everybody in town's like, girl, that's your sister, you're nuts. And so she goes on this quest to get her brother back and to save him and all the other people that have been wiped from existence because of the swamp. And it's kind of nuts. There's a little bit of romance in there, you know. She finds another guy who says, hey, yeah, my best friend was stolen. And so they have a little romance in there. Like, she likes him, he likes her, but like the main plot is the swamp. Let's focus on that. And that's what I like. I love like creepy things and then like a sprinkle of some romance. Like, I don't want a whole contemporary novel just about, you know, snogging on this boy, you know? You know what I mean? Moving on, I have a graphic novel called Fake Blood by Whitney Gardner. I thought this looked really super cute. I mean, look at that cover. Look how adorable this picture is. The art was like adorable. It wasn't anything like fantastic. It was just kind of like cute. So it deals with this girl who's obsessed with vampires and this boy who really wants to impress her. And he believes that if he like convinces her that he's a vampire, or he looks like a vampire, that she will fall in love with him. But then there's a little bit of a twist, and it doesn't go quite the way he plans. It was cute. It wasn't anything fabulous. It was like a nice, light little read. It's more like fun, entertaining, nothing like gripping. And so, yeah. Then I have I Invited Her In by Adele Parks. I run this through a Goodreads giveaway for free, and it was really interesting. It was a suspense novel. So how do I plan this without spoiling everything? It's an adult novel, so it deals with like a lady like in her 30s or 40s or something, and her best friend from college, who she's hasn't talked with for years, randomly sends her an email and says, hey, like, my husband sucks, we're divorcing, can I stay with you? Pretty much. And so she's like, yeah. And then like this woman appears, and you know, she moves in, and the main character is just like obsessed with her. And the woman is very deceiving and very charming, and she causes a lot of problems and pretty much ruins this woman's life. And at least in this woman's eyes, she's ruined it. So I Invited Her In as the title, but then it goes like ... and she took everything. Dun, dun, dun. It was interesting. I don't know how I feel about the ending. I don't know what I would have liked for the ending, but I felt like that was like too calm of an ending, and it was interesting. It was interesting. Then we have another graphic novel. This is a juvenile graphic novel called Making Friends by Kirsten Gunstuck. I don't know. Anyway, this deals with a girl who finds a magical notebook, and anything she draws in this notebook comes to life and, like, is hers. So, like, you could just get, like, free money if you wanted to. But anyway, she wants to be really popular, but she doesn't really have friends. So she draws this girl to be her best friend. And this girl believes that, like, she's real, and she doesn't understand that she was, like, not real. And so, like, she has to come to terms with, you know, breaking it to her best friend. Hey, I drew you. You're not really real. You don't have parents. You're only my best friend because I made you be my best friend, and, like, all of this stuff. And it has, like, this epic battle in it because she also drew a webcomic villain. So it was cutesy. Again, nothing really in depth. I did like the color throughout the novel. It kind of gives me, like, retro vibes, like this page especially. But yeah, nothing crazy, but it was a nice, light, fun comic book read. I have a juvenile chapter book called Doll Bones by Holly Black. Everybody loved Holly Black's Coldest Girl in Cold Town or something like that, and I haven't read that one, so I decided to start with a easier read from her. I didn't really like it. This was the book I tried to use to get me out of a slump. It didn't work. So it took me a long time to read this short novel. It is about three friends and this doll who they believe is a ghost haunting them, and that they have to take her where she needs to be buried so she can rest in peace. And they go on this little adventure, and, you know, it's like some truth comes out, and they figure out what's really going on with this doll and all this stuff. And it's interesting, but it's not that great. It's kind of like a kid's mystery novel, I guess. The last one I'm going to mention is one that I haven't finished, but I don't know if I'm going to, so I'm just going to mention it in this one instead of February's. It's called Now I Know. It's a nonfiction novel, and it gives you 1 or 2 pages about, like, really interesting things. Like, I learned there's an island just full of horses, and nobody lives there. It's just the horses, and this horse breed only lives on this island, and then there's a few in Nova Scotia in what do you call those? Like a sanctuary, animal sanctuary kind of thing. But the other horses, they only live on that island. It's pretty awesome. No one really knows how they got there. And then there's another island that's just full of cats and pigs that will swim. It's in the Bahamas. You can see videos on YouTube of it. But, like, these pigs can swim, and they just swim up to the boats to see the tourists and get food. And then, like, there's a bunch of cats. I haven't seen the video of the cats, but the cats also live there too. And that island is, like, but no one lives on there. Visitors can go see them, but, like, nobody lives on the island. It's just cats and pigs. I don't know. And then there's a bunch of random things. There's a lot of, like, war history type of things, which I'm not really into, so I'm just like, should I finish it? Should I not? But, like, there's a lot of other cool facts in it, I guess. And my resolution for this year was to read more nonfiction, so that's what I started with. Okay, anyway, that is all I have for you today, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And here's my pile of what I read in January. Alright, have a wonderful day, guys. Bye!